Hi, I'm Rob from B&H, and in this video, we're going to check out two USB audio interfaces from Focusrite, the Scarlett 8i6 and the Scarlett 18i6. There are a lot of audio interface options out there, but if you're looking for an inexpensive USB 2.0 solution that packs a lot of features, these Scarlett interfaces are definitely worth a closer look. Both models are actually the same size physically. They're solidly built metal chassis with Scarlett colored faceplates, and both offer resolutions of up to 24-bit 96 kHz. The USB bus doesn't supply quite enough power, so the units both use wall wart power supplies. In addition to audio inputs and outputs, both units also feature MIDI ports and will run on both Mac and PC platforms. Let's look at each unit individually, starting with a more streamlined model, the 8i6. While I use the camera to record my voiceover for the intro and outro of our video, for these sections we'll use the Scarletts. So the 8i6 offers 8 channels of audio into your DAW. 2 of those channels, though, are internal routing on your computer, so the hardware box actually offers 6 physical input channels. 2 digital, courtesy of the SPDIF input on the back, and 4 analog. For the analog inputs, 2 are right here on the front of the box. These are combination XLR 1/4-inch jacks that accommodate both mic, line, and instrument signals, and feature individual gain knobs along with green signal lights and a red overload light if your signal is clipping. Microphones will plug into the XLR input. Instruments and line signals plug into the 1/4-inch input. You can swap between the line setting and the high impedance instrument settings using the accompanying Scarlett Mix Control software. Having the high impedance option means no additional DI box is needed. Just plug in your guitar or bass and you're ready to go. The 2 line inputs on the back are a bit less versatile. They're only for line input signals and they don't have dedicated gain knobs. Instead, they're switchable between high and low gain settings. For the mic inputs, there's a phantom power switch on the front that activates phantom power for both mic inputs with a red indicator light. The Focusrite mic pre's on the Scarlett sound quite nice, certainly a vast improvement over the camera audio in our intro and outro. Output-wise, we've got 4 balanced analog outs on the back of the 8i6, while the SPDIF connection gives us an additional 2 channels of digital output. On the front is a headphone jack with a dedicated volume knob and a monitor knob for line outputs 1 and 2. You can toggle the monitor output on the 8i6 to mono, and then the signal comes out of line output 3 only. Pretty handy if you want to hook up a little mono speaker to check occasionally when you mix. Of course, you can use outputs 3 and 4 for an alternate set of stereo monitors, or a separate monitor mix for your musicians if they need to hear more of themselves when they perform. The Scarlett Mix Control software allows you to set up these latency-free DSP monitor mixes. You can set up to 6 different mono mixes or 3 separate stereo mixes, or any combination in the software, and then route them to all of the outputs or any of the outputs you choose. So if you need more than 1 separate monitor mix, you can set up mono mixes out of the line outputs and the SPDIF outs. Scarlett Mix Control is fairly straightforward to use. There's no DSP dynamics or effects here. It's really more of a flexible digital router. In that vein, one of the cool features the 8i6 offers is Loopback Routing. This allows you to route signals internally in the computer from one application to another. Now, the Scarlett 8i6 is great for a lot of users, but some users are going to want more inputs. If that's the case, consider the other Scarlett interface, the 18i6. The 18i6 is going to give you up to 18 inputs, 8 analog inputs, a stereo digital input on the SPDIF connection, and 8 more digital inputs via the Optical ADAT connection. Interestingly, the 18i6 doesn't offer the loopback channels from the 8i6, so it's not as convenient if you're looking to route signals internally from one app to another. Like the 8i6, the 18i6 has our 2 combo XLR 1/4-inch inputs on the front, giving you 2 Focusrite mic pre's with optional phantom power, as well as the option of switching the input between line and high Z settings. In addition, we've got 6 additional line inputs on the back, 4 more than the 8i6 model. Unlike the line inputs on the back of the 8i6, these line inputs on the 18i6 are not switchable between high and low line level signals. Instead, these are set to a middle position. The 18i6 thoughtfully includes signal and overload lights for all 8 analog ins right on the front, which is very helpful. Now, to really take advantage of the additional inputs on the Scarlett 18i6, you'll want to use those 8 channels on the ADAT optical input. An accessory to consider, therefore, is the Focusrite Octapre Mark II dynamic microphone preamp with compression. 8 channels of mic preamps, each with VCA compression, make this a great fit for 18i6 users. The preamps are optimized to handle extreme sound levels, so it's an excellent choice for plugging in the mics on your acoustic drum kit. Output-wise, the 18i6 has got the headphone out with volume knob on the front, along with 2 balanced line outputs on the back. This is 2 fewer than we saw with the 8i6, making the 18i6 a little less versatile for setting up monitor mixes, although you can still assign different DSP mixes to the headphones and the SPDIF outputs using the Scarlett mix control software. As if these solid low latency interfaces weren't offering enough, Focusrite have thrown in some software and plugins with the Scarletts for added value. First up is the Scarlett plugin suite, which gives you Focusrite reverb, compression, gating, and EQ. In addition, the Xcite Bundle features Ableton Lite Live, 1 GB of royalty-free samples from Loop Masters, and the Novation Base Station Soft Synth, so you can get started making music on your computer right out of the box. And that, folks, pretty much sums up Focusrite's new Scarlett interfaces, the 8i6 and the 18i6. Both are remarkable values in the USB 2.0 interface arena. Both have a great price point, a solid build, Focusrite mic preamps, and some excellent software. For more information on the Focusrite Scarlett 8i6 and 18i6 USB audio interfaces, visit us online, give us a call, or stop by our New York City Superstore. Thanks for watching.